Sanjita, can you, a lot of students ask me also year after year, sir, how do we write a sociological answer? Basically, how do you distinguish a sociology answer from a GS answer? Particularly, this problem is acute in sociology paper 2, which has a lot of GS type topics and questions.
Yeah.
So, what was your approach to this?
I for sociology and GS paper answers is basically divided by the presence of writing thinkers. The names of thinkers when you mention, that is
Yes.
how it differentiates between a GS paper. When they are asking you about certain topic, they are not asking your own viewpoint, which is there in UPSC, in general GS papers.
Yes.
In sociology, when they're asking a viewpoint, they're actually trying to understand. You have to give a fact based answer. I mean, I you talk about family, so you talk about Anne Oakley, you talk about Parsons. You say that Parsons said that family is doing the socialization process, but Anne Oakley, as a feminist, is saying that it is negative for a woman. So you are giving two, three kind of viewpoints, but you're supporting that by the name of a sociologist. So sociology talks about giving a viewpoint along with giving it support of a thinker's name. So that is how it will differentiate your answer. Otherwise, you'll write family does this, does this. This is a functional and structural aspects, but it is harmful to women like this. There is harmful to the children like this. Who says? Who
Mhm.
says that? Na? You don't say it, so the thinker says. So I think that will differentiate your answers. So everyone says, how will we remember thinkers? That
Yes.
will come
That was
with
another question
practice.
I was coming to.
हाँ,
Yeah.
so that will come with practice. Don't think कि first time में सब याद रह जाएगा. First time में 5-6 तो याद रह जाएंगे. The
Yes.
Weber, what Weber has said, what Durkheim has said, what Mead has said, उतना याद रखो. Then second will be to counteract Weber's view. You will have someone else's name. So
Yes.
start remembering two thinkers. एक का viewpoint, एक counter viewpoint. Then slowly when you write the third viewpoint also, like the radical feminist will come or the neo-Marxist viewpoint will come. So that will all come. So have patience. I always say have patience. This will come to you.
And this exam requires, if one thing it requires, it is patience from the exam.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh, Also, did you know, some students incorrectly, what they tend to do is they tend to treat knowledge in silos. So they would treat paper one and paper two as separate. I want your views on this. Did you freely use paper one thinkers in paper two, or did you keep them segregated?
No, no, no. There's no segregation. It's a complete subject. It flows. When I talk about family patriarchy, I just can't quote without quoting Sylvia Walby or Kate Millett. I cannot move forward.
Yes.
So because these are big names. Simone de Beauvoir. She is a big feminist who has actually started all this. So how can you not quote all this? And the examiners, you keep yourself as in the place of the examiner and think when I'm
Yes.
writing a topic, India is not, the paper two is not like disconnected from paper one. It's a complete wholesome subject. So
Absolutely.
all of this, I freely used it. There was no bar hold, so you can absolutely use it, and it doesn't until and unless you're able to justify it. Don't try to impinge something in the answer. Your
Yes.
answer, your thinkers should be justified at that point of time in that answer.
It should not look like imposed or paper hua kind of.
Yeah,
It should
yeah, yeah.
fit into the theme of the answer. Yeah. Uh, can you suggest what was the role of current affairs in sociology? Did you incorporate say any examples of anything happening around us, even if the question did not directly talk about it? So did you incorporate aspects of current in your sociology?
Yes, I tried to. I My strategy for studying sociology was after when I started studying sociology, I would study the first half GS 1, 2, 3.
Hmm.
Second half was for sociology and GS 4 and current affairs. So
Right.
sociology took a big chunk of my day. I used to read sociology every single day because you forget sociology if you don't keep in touch. I used to forget sociology. I don't know about others, but if I leave it for around 15-20 days, so I'd forget the name of the thinkers. So when I used to read sociology every day and then end my day with current affairs, I could always link the current affairs to the sociology part. So that helped. So now when we talk about recently the shadow pandemic, so that helped me to link it with my sociology, patriarchy, and women entitlements, violence against women. So all of this got linked. I had a copy, and there were two Telegram groups of our common friends. Every day we would take up a topic and discuss on that, and everyone would give a viewpoint on that simple topic. We had farmer suicide. We linked anomie, deviance, everything in farmer suicide. It was a beautiful answer we had. So that helps. Every day you pick up a topic, and current affairs I extensively used in my answers. I thought in paper 2 it actually helps a lot.
So I would say, yeah, that is a pertinent issue for especially for paper 2, and that is something which has plagued me as well as it plagues the other aspirants of sociology. So what I did was that, I tried to, for example, if an answer is asked in social issues, the society portion of GS1, even then we are dealing with the topic in a sociological manner, at least to an extent. For sociology, what we can do is that for paper 2, for example, let's say a question, this time the question was asked on Swachh Bharat Abhiyan or demonetization, questions like that. So what we can do is that we can try to include as many social angles as possible. So what exactly is a societal angle? So I can include the perspective of different sections of society. For example, if talking about demonetization, I can deal the impact based on different groups. Like I can divide them on groups. So one of the group could be women. One of the group could be the marginalized sections. I can take a class based stance. So it could have a differential impact based on class, on caste, on region, etc. So that gives the answer a sociological edge or a sociological viewpoint. Or I could also, there are different perspectives in sociology. So we have the Marxist perspective or the critical perspective. We have the feminist perspective. We have the subaltern perspective. So we can, just try to think, even if you are not able to remember any thinker for the particular part. We know at least the brief ideology. We know what's the basic philosophy of a particular, a particular viewpoint. So we can try to include those viewpoints. Like this is what the subaltern perspective of this would be. Or this is what the Marxist perspective would be. So that is something which I tried to incorporate in my paper 2 answers.
So once again, to summarize it, making the answer sociological, according to Shresh, would entail looking at it from multiple perspectives or analyzing the impact on different social groups which are present in society. Yeah?
Thinkers are the most interesting part of the paper, I felt, and it's not very separate between thinkers and the rest of the paper because you'll be using these same thinkers in all your answers as well. The trick is to understand how to use these thinkers in an answer and what makes a sociological answer, a sociology answer more sociological than a GS answer. So what I decided was that the difference between sociology and GS is that GS is about what I think and sociology is about what sociologists think. So I'm asked a question about religion. I never write, when I read a question about, let's say, what is religion and what are its functions, I never think about, I read the question not as what do you think about religion and its functions, I read the question as what do sociologists think about religion and its functions. The point is that every question I would try to throw in as many names of sociological thinkers and what they said, not about what I've said.
I'll give you an example. Like we have, if I ask a question, that role of status in the society, role of women in the status of women in the society. A person with no sociological knowledge can write a very good answer. But when we ask for a sociological perspective, we are looking for different thinkers that have given some inputs. There are some terminologies in sociology that are used, jargons which are given by different. That you mention the name of the feminist, Marxist feminist, or anything that this person has said this according to this theory, conflict theory, functional theory. Yes. That is how an answer becomes sociological, and then you pick up observations from your society. Sociology is everywhere, so you pick up observations from your class, your home, your friend's home, from newspapers, anything, and you mention that along with the terminology that you might have studied, a concept that you might have studied.
Can you use some such sociological jargons? Yeah.
Yes, like Karl Marx, we read a lot about his materialism and alienation, and then feminist Marxism, they call on different Margaret Benston we have, and they'll use a lot of terminology, sir. I cannot remember, as it has been an year since I gave paper.
and how do you deal with questions which you have not prepared? Okay, for instance, this year in sociology paper you had a question on the sociological view of demonetization, right? Now you must have studied demonetization for your GS as part of GS economics, but definitely not for sociology, right? Because such things you really can't predict or this thing. So how do you deal with such questions, and how do you make them sociological?
What you
There
do?
was another on forest fires or
Yes.
something of that sort. Yeah.
I'll talk about the demonetization one. I think I actually attempted that one.
Yes.
So what I did was you studied different classes in sociology as well. You study different castes as well. So what I did was I broke it down into classes. That how the upper class is using the lower class. We did not see any higher class with a lot of money standing in queues. They had links with the bank managers or anything. This shows the difference in classes, and then how the lower, it was meant to target the upper class who had a lot of money, and then I use Marx concept over there, and that it would be actually the lower class which would actually be always be suffering, and how they were given some petty money for them to take the black money into their own accounts. So that is how I made it a little sociological, using the class concept, and I used the concept of women as well, that they keep a lot of hidden money so that they can spend it on something that they get from their husbands, and they had to come up with it, and they lost their savings.
Yes.
That is all I can remember that I focused on.
Good. So this exam does require some thinking on your feet in the examination hall. Huh? You can't be that I've done sociology sufficiently, now I'll just vomit it out. Huh?
It requires, I think sociology as a subject is one where you have to be very observant of things that are happening around you, and you have to read the newspapers, you have to observe your surroundings as well,
Yes.
and news as well, and every little input that you get, you can use it in the sociology paper along with some concept.
सर जैसे उसके लिए सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है सर कि मैंने क्या किया है कि जो हमारा सोशलॉजी का सिलेबस था उसको मैंने सही से थोड़ा सा मेमोराइज करने का कोशिश किया, ताकि वो मुझे एक डायमेंशन दे देते हैं कि मुझे किस डायमेंशन के ऊपर आंसर लिखने हैं। सर लाइक कि इस बार का जो क्वेश्चन था, इंटरलिंकिंग ऑफ रिवर्स, हाउ विल इट बेनिफिट द एग्रीकल्चर और द फार्मर्स। तो बहुत अगर इसको सर बांट लें, अगर हमें डायमेंशन पता हो सोशलॉजी के सिलेबस के अनुसार, हम फिर एनालिसिस कर सकते हैं। दो तरीके हो सकते हैं सर कि या तो आपको थ्योरेटिकल पर्सपेक्टिव मालूम हो, लाइक कि आप अगर एनालिसिस करना स्टार्ट करें तो आपने जैसे फंक्शनल पर्सपेक्टिव से उसको देख लिया एक बार, एक क्रिटिकल पर्सपेक्टिव से देख लिया, फेमिनिस्ट पर्सपेक्टिव से देख लिया, हेबेरियन पर्सपेक्टिव से देख लिया, पोस्ट मॉडर्निस्ट पर्सपेक्टिव से देख लिया। तो ये डिफरेंट पर्सपेक्टिव से आप या तो उसको रिलेट करते जाओ और आप आंसर लिख लो। अगर आप ये पर्सपेक्टिव के साथ बहुत ज़्यादा कंफर्टेबल नहीं है तो भी कोई इशू नहीं है, आप बहुत ऐसे चले जाओ कि डायमेंशन जो कवर किए गए हैं, लाइक आप ऑलरेडी पढ़ते हो वीमेन के इशूज हैं, तो कैसे वीमेन्स को ये मदद कर रहा होगा, कैसे फार्मर्स को इफेक्ट कर रहा होगा, कैसे चिल्ड्रन को इफेक्ट कर रहा होगा, या कैसे डिप्राइव्ड सेक्शन जो है उनको मदद कर रहा होगा। तो ये जो ऑलरेडी टर्म्स लिखे हुए हैं, या फिर आप उसको लिंक करते जाओ कि अगर ये चीज़ें हो रही हैं तो क्या सोशल स्ट्रैटिफिकेशन सिस्टम में कोई चेंज आ सकता है, क्या सोशल स्टेटस क्या इंप्रूव हो सकता है, क्या ये सोशल स्टेटस में अपवर्ड या बैकवर्ड मोबिलिटी को प्रमोट करेगा, क्या संस्कृताइजेशन की ओर ले जा सकता है। तो सर आप अगर आपके पास सिलेबस याद हो सर तो बहुत आसानी से आप कोरिलेट कर सकते हो। ये वर्ड्स हैं जो कि सोशोलॉजी के सिलेबस में लिखे हुए हैं, और वहां से आप केवल इन वर्ड्स को यूज करके आप दिखा सकते हो कि यस यू आर द स्टूडेंट ऑफ सोशोलॉजी, नॉट द स्टूडेंट ऑफ जीएस ओनली। तो आप बहुत आसानी से इनके साथ सर डिफरेंशिएट कर सकते हैं अपने आंसर।
Sir, this was such a major challenge for me also. I'll tell you what I did. So whenever, I was very thorough with my thinkers.
Yes.
Very thorough with the thinkers. Indian thinkers also and Western thinkers also. That part of the syllabus I was very thorough. And whenever I would read a thinker, I would think, okay, where all can I apply this thinker? R.K. Merton is one person we can apply in a lot of government schemes, like this functions. So I'll identify the type of questions where I can fit in the thinker. This time for GS2, when the questions came, I have mentioned at least 2 thinkers in every answer, including the GS type questions. I somehow linked 1 or 2 thinkers from somewhere, like if not the mainstream thinker, 1 or 2 sociologists definitely I mentioned in my answer. That is one thing I did. Secondly, these words like commodification, feminization of poverty, the sociological terms I had made. I know this is a very kind of
No, it's not lame.
not the right way to not the right way to go about it, but I had made a list of sociological terms and I just read that before the exam so that those terms are fresh in my memory. And wherever possible, I tried fitting in those terms, these terms. I mean, the sociological, the professor, I mean, I assume that a sociologist will be correcting the paper. Obviously, he'll know that this is some kind of sad attempt, but I hope it works. I mean, we don't have that much experience. We cannot have that kind of expertise in sociology as a professor would. So I
Yes.
tried fitting in some terms and quoted some thinkers. Tried to give in analysis also wherever.
So that much thinking on your feet is actually required in the examination hall, and you should, that is what is expected of you, that you are able to bring in some sort of a sociological perspective. It could be through the use of such jargon, or it could be by bringing in some sociological thinkers, right?
And I mentioned theories where possible. Some theories, because I didn't. I was my only concern was this answer should not look like a GS answer. Even though it looks like, even if it looks like a funny attempt at sociology, it's fine. But I'm going to make whatever sociology I can fit into this. I'm going to fit into this. That was my attitude.
Good. Fine.
See, I think of sociology in two manners. So one, I have this axis, the cake analogy I've told you, right? One is that. The other, on the other side, the thinker's axis. So what I do is I take one question, I see which is appropriate. So let's say I'm going for thinkers this time. I go through thinkers serially. So I start with Durkheim. I'm thinking that Durkheim, I have four axes with Durkheim. I have social fact of him, I have a religion of him, I have what is that, mechanics of solidarity of these things, right? Solidarity, all those concepts. So all those concepts are available. As in I open Durkheim, these things come out like this. So I'm looking at them, anything can be applied here or not, right? Anything can be applied, I write it. Yeah. And then I go to Marx, I have all the concepts again. I look at everything. Can it be inserted next? And I'm very fast with this because I've been dealing with questions, multiple questions across. So this kind of an analysis go through, and when I finish it, I come to Indian thinkers. Then I see whether that can be applied. So by the time I go one iteration, I have almost a diversity of points, one that is very important, and some amount of depth also with the concept. On the other hand, if I'm looking at it as from a social variable perspective, I'm looking at first I look at class, caste, gender. It is one way to go, right? But I would prefer always a thinker method because that's more sociology. I feel it. Like if I have a thinker method, I go for it. Otherwise, I go for the take method.
And how about those questions, Vivek, where which frankly you couldn't have prepared about, right? At least from a sociological perspective, like you had on forest fires, you had something on demonetization. Yeah.
Yes.
Those questions, no matter
I leave them.
You
I
left
leave
them.
them.
Yeah.
No, demonetization I did do.
Yes. So how would you approach those? Because point is, this exam does require some sort of thinking on your feet in the examination hall.
Yeah. See, yeah. So there are some universal thinkers here. Merton, latent function, manifest function, anywhere.
Absolutely.
You should know that. Yeah, you should know that. Like if you're a good sociology student, you know that there are some thinkers who have said such general stuff that they can be applied anywhere. Second, Parsons, the Agile framework, that can be applied everywhere. So once you are very intimate with the science, then you are understanding these are the very general tools that can be applied universally, and you can do it.
See, my understanding till now has been that every subject has some terminologies.
Yes.
Definitely, we can write the names of the thinkers and all. That will definitely make a difference. But every subject has its own terminologies. Even civil engineering had its own terminologies. So even for sociology, what we need to do was that there are some things like latent functions, manifest functions. Then these are the things we can add anywhere. For anything that is being done, even in India, we can say, okay, while the manifest functions of this thing will be these, but the unintended consequences would be these. So stuff like this, these are the terminologies that need to be shown in the answer. I think that's the most important thing. That will show the examiner, okay, the person is interested in the subject and he or she has really read the subject well. So I think that's the most important thing, and that will make the answer look sociological. Even if one is not able to remember the name of that scholar, thank you, it will actually help the person in writing the exam, the answer, because that time there's too much stress and too much thing to cover up all the questions, not to leave any. And even a 5 minutes lag puts immense pressure on your head that, oh my god, I have 5 minutes, I'm ahead of the time and I need to write down. So that time these things come really handy.
Yes. So your tip is to use sociological jargon to make your answers social.
Yes.
Yeah. Great.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's a fairly simple thing to do if
Yes.
used appropriately in the right amount. Yeah, I think that can be done. Not a very difficult task.
Did you incorporate current affairs and issues, whatever you read from the newspapers, in your say optional answer sheets?
Actually, it depends on the moment. If a person is able to recall something which is related to it, he or she might incorporate it. That's not
Yes.
a like
Mandatory.
intended thing to do, but definitely it happens somewhere or the other. And at the back of the mind, there are some GS 1, 2, 3, 4 things going on, and
Yes.
the person does incorporate it. So
Great.
एक्चुअली मैं जीएस पेपर 2 को आजकल तो डिफरेंशिएट करना मुश्किल हो गया है कि वो हम जीएस
Sociology
के
paper 2.
क्वेश्चन यस सर मैं सोशियोलॉजी पेपर 2 में कह रहा हूँ कि वो ऐसा पेपर हो गया कि जीएस से उसको डिफरेंशिएट करना डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है। लेकिन सर मैंने एक फ्रेमवर्क रखा था जो पेपर 2 का सिलेबस था सर, जैसे कि ट्राइब है, कास्ट है, एग्रेरियन सोसाइटी है, वुमेन है, तो ये रेस है, रीजन है, तो ये कुछ 5-6 मैंने फ्रेमवर्क बना लिए थे सर। और जब भी कोई क्वेश्चन आता था तो उसमें मैं ये डायमेंशन लाने का ट्राई करता था। लेट्स से सर, जैसे इस बार क्वेश्चन आया था कि इंटर लिंकिंग ऑफ रिवर्स प्रोजेक्ट का आया था, तो उसमें सर मैं यही फ्रेमवर्क अपना यूज किया था कि अच्छा इंटरलिंकिंग ऑफ रिवर है तो मुझे सिर्फ जीएस वाला आंसर नहीं लिखना है, इससे सोशियोलॉजी कैसे लेके आना, तो मैं ट्राइब पे क्या इम्पैक्ट होगा, एक जो डिप्रेस्ड कास्ट है उन पे क्या इम्पैक्ट होगा, वुमेन पे क्या इम्पैक्ट होगा, तो ये फ्रेमवर्क था। रीजनलिज्म या जो रीजनल डिस्पैरिटीज हैं उस पे क्या इम्पैक्ट होगा, जैसे लेट्स से कि सर वो अगर पानी वैसे सूखे एरिया में अगर आ जाए तो उस रीजन का ये जो है वो डेवलपमेंट होगा। तो इस तरह से मैं 5-6 फ्रेमवर्क बनाया था और सर जो भी जीएस टाइप का क्वेश्चन होता था मैं उसको इस फ्रेमवर्क में फिट करने का ट्राई करता था सर।
और कई सवाल ऐसे भी होते हैं जिनके लिए आप प्रिपेयर होके आप कितनी प्रिपरेशन कर लें आप जा नहीं सकते प्रिपेयर करके, तो आपको वही एग्जाम सिचुएशन में सोचना पड़ता है। जैसे इस बार डिमोनेटाइजेशन का है ना, तो आप एक
यस सर
करोगे बट सोशियोलॉजी के लिए नहीं करोगे। तो
लास्ट ईयर भी मी टू जैसे क्वेश्चन आए थे। यस सर।
बेटा, तो ऐसे सवालों को डील करने का क्या सही तरीका है आपके नजर में?
सर मुझे तो लगता है कि एक तो ऐसे क्वेश्चंस हर साल 1-2 तो आएंगे, तो आपको एक तो इसको लेके बैठ नहीं जाना है कि ये पेपर में अब ऐसा क्वेश्चन आता है और अब क्या करेंगे। बिल्कुल ऐसा नहीं सोचना है। आप ये देखिए कि आपको 250 में से 220-30 नंबर तो आ रहे हैं, ये ऐसे हैं 2-4 क्वेश्चन जो वो है। और अगेन इसमें भी मेरा स्ट्रेटेजी तो वही रहता है सर कि आप इसमें सोशियोलॉजिकल एस्पेक्ट लाने का ट्राई करें। आप देखें कि अगर डिमोनेटाइजेशन है तो जो अनऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर है उस पर क्या इम्पैक्ट पड़ रहा है, वुमेन पे क्या इम्पैक्ट पड़ रहा है, आप हर जगह वही आप सोशियोलॉजिकल एस्पेक्ट लाने का ट्राई करें सर। और मेरा वही एक फ्रेमवर्क था और मैं सारे आंसर को उसमें फिट करने का ट्राई करता था सर।
बिल्कुल, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद बेटे।